Hello and welcome everybody back to a Center Drift League. This round we are at Road Atlanta, you know, because FD Road Atlanta is coming up here soon. So the same track. You should know this layout. We're going to give you a quick flyby of it. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm Shift. This is Room with me in the commentating booth as always. Sorry, my bad. Almost forgot to introduce ourselves. But you come down here, it's a long run up down to a pretty decently long braking zone down into this first inside clip. Drivers will be able to dip a tire on this as a lead car on this nose clip here. Not on the second one though, as the lead car. We want to see them come up over the rumble strips with their rear tires in this outside zone here, braking between these two outer, coming down into the horseshoe to hit this nose clip, and then flow back around and get back on the same line, going back through these two nose clips across line right here. And that's pretty much it for today. Pretty simple looking layout, but it's kind of tricky. I know I wasn't able to get the line down until I actually went to Atlanta and seen the guys run myself. But it should make for an interesting comp. I'm very excited. Vroom, are you excited for today?
Oh, absolutely. This is a track I know a lot of the guys love. And it's certainly a track that I like to run as well.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see how the drivers do today.
I am too, and it looks like we got our very first battle up to the line now. Sino against Randall, and they are off.
You want to commentate over that for a bit? Sorry.
All right. Well, Sino initiates in the 370Z out front. Randall in the E36. Sino hitting the line almost exactly how we told him to in the driver meeting. Randall giving him a little of a bump there, over rotating slightly. Not sure if Sino maybe slowed down a little bit too much or what, maybe slowed down where he wasn't supposed to. Not sure, but it looked like contact was made in the decel zone. So we have to see what the judges say about that whenever they get done with their second run. In their way up to turn around to get these cars flip back around at the line, get them off for their second run of their battle. And so we'll lead this time in the E36. Cena will chase in the 370. Drivers are off, coming down the run up. Lots of speed to gain here. Randall long on the handbrake, going wide of that inner clip there. Cena keeping a safe proximity away from Randall. Not quite sure what he was going to do. Sino getting right back up on the door. Randall here. Randall keeping it together here on the final end of the final stretch of this track. In the car exactly where he needs to, and Sino not dipping too far behind him at all. Stayed right there with him the whole time. Exactly how we'd like to see this this competition start today.
Oh, absolutely. Really good proximity from Sino. Wasn't able to catch that first bit. My drone camera's acting up a little bit, but overall not too bad of a first battle.
Not too bad at all. Very, very I'd say a very good start to the competition. There were a few hiccups here and there, but overall runs were really good, I thought. Oh, accidentally locked onto one of the drivers and my camera spazzed. As we wait for the judges to get back with us to say who the winner was. Is it going to be Randall or is it going to be Sino?
gonna be very interesting.
Randall again in the E36 and C-Note in the 370, and C-Note gets the win. He will move on to round 2 against Bread. We did have some bye runs this competition due to not having the bracket completely filled. C-Note's first battle will be Bread in round 2. Bread ended up getting a bye run. But up next is Josh White against Taryn. Josh White will lead first in the E36. Taryn rocking the RX-7. Really good looking cars.
Absolutely. And they are off. Josh in the lead in that E36 as they come through initiation. Good angle from both drivers. Working their way up the hill to that first outside zone. Josh fills it really well. Taryn a little bit off of his line, a little bit more out wide, but no overall proximity, not too bad. Onto those rumble strips, almost loses the car, but manages to hold on to it.
Drivers are flipped around. RX-7's.
Oh yeah. They get ready to go here. And they are off. Josh a little bit further back. Will drivers initiate. Josh, huge lunge up, trying to get right onto his door. The Taryn just pulling away heavy. Josh dipping a tire on that second inside clip as they make their way around the horseshoe. Josh not too far off, straightens up. Sends it just way off. The Taryn continuing his run. And across the line.
Man, very unfortunate for Josh. Not sure what happened. Kind of gripped up and straightened up there in the top of the horseshoe.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. It looks like he was having a hard time just trying to keep on the power and keep that car at angle.
Yeah, in the chase, that's how it seemed. He seemed to do pretty well in the lead, but in the chase, it looked like he would just, oh no, just like he wasn't too comfortable.
Yeah, definitely so. But
Aaron's car is doing a little hop and skipping around. Seems as though he's having some either ping or some lag issues. That could have also been part of, why Josh was having issues,
Maybe. That's always a possibility, especially with, as I always say, with the virtual world. It's always a little thing out there,
Yeah, there's always going to be lag. Not everybody has the best internet, or they could even have good internet and still have, a bad connection to a server. Some servers just don't get along with some people's PCs.
Yeah, especially when we have such a vast array of people from different countries that compete. It's definitely out there.
I mean, Taryn, I believe, is from the United States, so he's not too far from us. Oh
yeah, no, absolutely not. But just for other drivers, I know we got a couple of guys all around the world, so
we definitely do. Some of them are actually in this competition today. We've got some guys from Poland, some guys from Portugal, guys from all over the place.
Oh yeah, you love to see it.
Man, judges are still deliberating about what happened in the last battle.
Yeah, from what it looks like, it seemed like a pretty clear-cut case, but it could be Taryn maybe slowed a little bit more than he was supposed to, or if he slowed in the wrong area, that maybe would have choked up Josh to straighten, but I don't know.
Gave the win to Taryn. Taryn move on to round 2, and we should have our next battle come to the line soon. Our next battle will be Mark Slides against Hydra. With these drivers, really good. Hydra put in lots of practice on this track, so very excited to see what he's able to do today. Mark Slides in the Aston Martin as always. Hydra choosing the S14 for today's track.
All right. Yep, Mark in that part of racing Aston Martin as they make their way down the hill. Mark full throttle into initiation, pulling that handbrake, rotating that car. Hydra not too far away, dropping another tire in that outside zone. As they make their way around the horseshoe, Hydra sitting right there on his door. Mark Slide's doing a really great job hitting all the zones as he's supposed to. Not too bad of a run by either driver.
No, really good runs, I think. There were times where I think Hydra could have been a little closer during his run, but still really good runs for both guys. Great lead from Mark.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And if they are back off, switching sides here, Hydra in lead. Huge angle from Mark. Hydra just pulling away. Mark Slides trying to get that proximity back. And there he is right there on his door, working the way through the final inside clips here. A little tire drop from Hydra over the line.
Wow, I wonder what happened there on that battle where Mark just fell way far back.
It is interesting. He did have a lot of rotation, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, that is.
I just wonder why.
That is a good point. He did initiate with a lot more angle than Hydra did. I will say though, Hydra also he put two tires on both inner rumble strips, starting at the start of the track on inner 1 and inner 2, which is something we told the drivers in the meeting that we only want to see if any tires on the rumble strips in the first inner 2, like only one single tire on the first one and not on the second one. So it'd be really interesting to see how they call that.
Yeah.
Alongside that, with Mark over rotating, so
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, and especially too, Hydra. He dropped a tire 2 times in his chase in places where he really wasn't supposed to. Once in that first outside zone, I believe we said that inner clip was fine to drop 1 tire just to get chased with the lead driver, but still had that tire drop in outside 1, sending her a little too hard. That's also another thing that will probably be brought up.
Yep, and also kudos to Mark for being able to catch back up to Hydra like that towards the end of the track. This is not an easy track to do that on. This is usually the line to take here is the fastest line. So good on him for being able to catch back up. So before the end of the run,
and still hold a great line too.
Yeah, didn't cut too much of the track, and still hit all the zones. So
yeah.
But judges definitely have their work cut out for them with this one. Not quite sure what it's going to be. If I had to guess, I'd probably say it's going to be an OMT.
Could see that.
But I could also see it going particular driver's way.
Yeah. Definitely will be interesting to see what they come up with.
Yes, it will be. And I'm excited also for Formula Drift Road Atlanta coming up here in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait. It's an OMT, so drivers will be going again. Probably just wanted them to clean it up a little bit, maybe give them something a little bit better to judge off of.
Yeah.
That would be my guess at least. But hey, both these drivers, like I said before, are good drivers. They both, want to win here, so we'll see what they're able to do.
Yeah.
Just gonna drive that much more aggressive now.
Yep. As we have them pull back up to the line for this one more time battle. Mark in that Aston Martin leading. Hydra giving chase in that S14. Mark flicks that car around. Okay, it's that inside clip. Nice. Hydra over rotating. Going off track. Mark still continuing his run. Hitting everywhere he needs to be. He comes across the line.
Man, very unfortunate for Hydra. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Maybe it looked like he just got hung up on the rumble strips a little bit. The front of his car, his front tires getting hung up on the rumble strips and just over-rotating them. All right. Great run there from both of those drivers. Not quite sure what happened to Vroom, but sure he will be back with us shortly. But awesome run from both drivers there. Definitely not going to be, well, it's going to be a lot easier to call actually. But still great second run from these guys. Hydra was Hydra really put down a great lead, allowing Mark to really stay with him around the whole track. So great second run. There you have it. The winner is Mark. So he will move on to the next round of the top 16. Unfortunately, Hydra will be eliminated. Mark Slides will go against Taryn next round. Up next, though, we got Ruiz Drift against Racer Boy. Ruiz Drift in the E36, Racer Boy in the Aston self. Or, yeah, himself alongside of Mark Slides. All right, here we go. Ruiz in the lead lane in the E36 being chased down by Racer Boy. Let's see what they can do coming down the stretch now. Ray initiates. Really good line through that nose clip there. Great line hitting that second inner zone or inner clip. Really good outside line here. A little wide of that nose clip there. Racer Boy staying right with him though. Really modulating the throttle and trying to avoid from contacting him. Ruiz putting on a solid lead run. Racer Boy sticking pretty close with him all the way around the track. Sorry for the weird drone angles every now and then. This track is actually a little harder to work the drone cam on than you would think. Drivers are getting flipped around now, coming back to the line. Ray now in the chase, and Racer Boy in the lead. They wait for the light to go green. They are off, making their way down this run-up. All right, Racer Boy initiates. Not a lot of angle, but really good line through there. Ray needs to get a little bit of that proximity back. Racer Boy putting down a pretty good lead run here. Ray, oh, giving him a little bit of a bump there. I was just about to say, it looked like he was about to surge, but Ray giving him a slight bump, making him over-rotate and run off course. Ray is going to come to the end and finish his run here. Racer Boy is going to make his way back up here to the judge to see what the call is. Boom, are you back with us yet, man?
Getting to the server, my computer.
Okay.
Used all day. I apologize.
No worries. Seems as though Vroom's having some technical difficulties, but no worries. He will be back with us shortly. Now we wait to see who the winner is. It's going to be Racer Boy and the Aston, or is it going to be Ruiz and the E36? Both drivers had pretty solid runs other than some mistakes here and there, but up until those points, they were pretty good. And they did have an incomplete as well, so that's unfortunate, but I mean, that's part of racing. These guys want it. They're being aggressive, pushing themselves to the limits, and sometimes that happens. Still waiting on a call from the judges. Maybe they're trying to see who exactly was at fault for that contact. That way they can be sure that the right call is actually made. That is a power zone, so you should not be on the brakes at all right there. Maybe feathering the left foot brake a little bit to maintain your angle and everything like that, but not no huge slowdown or anything like that. And maybe they're just checking to make sure that Racer Boy did not do that. Well, while we wait, oh, there we go. We got a winner, and the winner is Ray. He is going to move on to the next round. So I am going to assume that Racer Boy did slow where he wasn't supposed to. So Ray will move on. Very unfortunate for Racer Boy. But gonna do it for that battle, and I believe that is it for our very first group. Actually, I think there's one more battle. Yes. Smeech and Tip of the Q, they are going to come to the line, and after this battle here, the second group will come in to conclude round one. Like I said, we don't have a full bracket today, so we only have, I think it's 9 battles in our first round.
Possible. Something like that.
All right, here we go. We got Smeech in the S15 in the lead, Tip of the Q in the Aston in the chase. Smeech with a big, huge initiation from Smeech. Might have looked like he might have 3-motion, which is something we actually didn't cover in the driver meeting. So gonna be interesting to see what the call is about that. But that was a really aggressive initiation there from Smeech in the S15. Tip of the Q hasn't quite been in the picture this whole time. It looks like he might just be working his way back up to the line, trying not to wear his tires away too much. Wow. Very aggressive initiation there from Smeech. All right, drivers are at the line, gonna get flipped around and get sent off for their second battle. Tip of the Q now getting turned around. Right. They will wait for the light to go green, and they are off. Tip of the Q in the Aston in the lead this time around, and Smeech in the chase. Smeech with a aggressive initiation in the chase too, initiating before the lead driver did. Tip of the Q holding it together here, trying to put down his best line he can. Looking like he might have slowed a little bit too much through there, but Smeech still able to keep drift and stay with him for the most part. Oh, sorry about that. Tip of the Q going wide, and Smeech passing him on the inside of the nose clip. Coming up to the line. Tip of the Q just going a little wide there and allowing room for Smeech to sneak right past him, right on the inside. Right, and now they come to the judge to see who the winner will be. Is it going to be Smeech in the S15, or will it be Tip of the Q in the Aston? After this, Group B will come in. Group B consists of Jack Slap, Stunner Monk, Josh Oxley, Good Lad, NC, My Kalo, Free Trial, and Murph Terps. And then we will move on to round 2 right after that. Top 16. There we go. Smeech will be the winner of that battle against Tip of the Q, so he will move on to round 2. Tip of the Q will be eliminated. And now we are going to allow for the Group B to come in. I'm not quite sure if they're going to get any practice runs in or not. They might get a couple. But we're going to go ahead and send it to a quick commercial here while they do come in, to allow myself to get a drink and use the bathroom. Welcome back, guys. Sorry for the commercial break. We were getting some little things sorted out. I was using the restroom, getting myself something to drink. But the drivers, Group B, are in here now. They are doing some practice laps before they start their battles. There is a group. But just a couple more minutes here, and they will be getting their battles underway. And like I said, this battle, or this group's, their battles are going to be Jack Slaps against Stoner Monk. It's going to be Josh Oxley against Good Lad, and then it will be Dempsey against My Kalo, and then Free Trial against Murph Terps. And they're just going to get a few more laps of practice in before we send them out for their battles.
Josh Oxley being our most recent winner.
Josh just having the most recent victory here at ADL.
Yep. Street comp, YZ West.
That is correct.
So hopefully he can transition that skill over to these elite cars and hopefully eke away with another win. We will see.
We will see. He wouldn't be the first back-to-back winner here at ADL, so.
No. Dude. Bartek went on a three-peat.
Did.
Almost went for a four-peat last at the street comp. Luckily.
Did. And it looks like we are getting the drivers reset back to the line now, which means they're about to start their battles. First up is going to be Jack Slaps against Stoner Monk. Stoner Monk making his way to the line in the E36. Slaps. In here. He is S14. He should be making his way to the line here soon.
All right. It's good to see Stoner be able to make it to more comps.
It is. I'm actually going to be seeing Stoner Monk here at FD Red Atlanta in a couple.
How about that?
He's flying out to either flying or driving out to come watch. Red Atlanta is my home track, so not too far from me. Super excited for it, though. Yeah, I'm super excited. Cannot wait at all. Here we go. We got Jack Slaps and Stoner Monk to the line, waiting for the light to go green. Love the livery on that S4. So good.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably one of my favorite liveries in the pack. Such a good livery.
It's up there for me. I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
It seems as though the light and the driver model have
they've become one.
They've merged. Hope the drivers can still see the light. They cannot. Okay, so somebody know. Hey, the driver model is inside the light. I don't think the driver.
No, Lester's not anywhere. I'm looking for Lester.
Hey, Lester, the light is inside of the driver model. There we go. Never mind.
Yeah, I know.
We're
But
good.
I can't. My shifter doesn't work, so I couldn't even move.
We're good. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Sorry about the inconvenience. Waiting for the light to reset for the drivers to get started.
Nope.
Here we go. Drivers should be off very soon.
Well, as the lights start to flash and they are off, Jack Slaps in the lead in that S14. Stoner Monk giving chase in the E36. A lot of speed as they come down the hill toward initiation. Stoner, a little bit of a correction there, trying to keep off from slamming into Jack Slaps' door, but coming around the horseshoe, not too bad by either driver. Good proximity by Stoner. Jack Slaps, really good line. to come across the line.
Was a really good lead there from Jack Slaps.
And I really think the chase efforts are going to be the name of the game for a lot of these drivers.
Oh.
A lot of these.
Absolutely, especially at Road Atlanta. You know, this track is not very forgiving if you get offline at all. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. We flip the two drivers around, getting ready to go for the second run of this battle. They are off. Stoner initiates. Jack not too far away. Almost looks like he straightened up there. And Stoner continuing his run really good around the outside zone too. Jack trying to close proximity, just absolutely eats it through that inside clip. Stoner, really good line so far. Jack just trying to get up to his door. Man.
I was having a really hard time keeping the camera working with me on those runs. It did not want to participate with me. So hopefully the judges are still able to see enough to give them a call. But really good runs from both drivers, I think. They could have definitely been closer to each other at times, but I mean, overall, good runs.
Yeah. Jack looking like he was having quite the hard time keeping that car at angle and also keeping it on track, but made it across the line. Won't fault him for that.
He did. That's all we're really looking for at the end of the day. It's just complete runs, you know, because you never know what happens. You could be going against the best guy, and he could send it right into a wall. I know there's no walls here at Atlanta, but you know, for the sake of the argument.
Yeah. I mean, if you were to run into one of the walls at Atlanta, I'd be a little bit concerned, but
yeah, because you got to go across some sand and dirt and grass and some stuff.
yeah.
So, all right. There you have it. The winner is Stoner Monk. He's going to move on to round 2, and Jack Slaps will be eliminated. Up next, we got Josh Oxley against Good Lad. Now, if I had to guess, I would say that Josh Oxley is going to be in the C7. Good Lad in the Aston. Josh, of course, he is in the C7.
C7.
Right, looks as though my screen just got a little bit brighter. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but right, drivers are at the line ready to go.
Yes, sir. Josh
and this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Josh in the C7 on those Achilles tires. Good Lad in that Aston Martin running on Toyos. As the light turns green and they are off. Good Lad a little bit further behind, a little sleeping on the line there. Both drivers initiate. Huge angle from Good Lad in the chase there. A really good line from Josh, a little bit of left foot brake there, getting out to both of those outside zones. Huge tap there from Good Lad, sends him off the track. And man, just a little too aggressive.
Good Lad did surge up on him really, really, really hard and gave him a nice little firm bump, letting him know, hey, I'm right here. I think that bump was just a little bit too hard. It looked like he continuously bumped him. He just like put it right on him and bumped him a couple times and then just bumped him a few more times. And I think the excess bumping is what caused Josh to just ultimately go off track. Oh, Good Lad hitting the cones. That's going to be a big restart.
Unfortunate. You never want to be the first driver that hits the cones.
This is true, but that Aston is a big girl, so
it is a big lad.
Yeah.
We do got a little battle of the big bodies here.
We do.
I really thought of it.
We really do.
Good lad initiates two. Oh, tires going off the curb there. More tires off. He holds on to it. Josh not too far away. Good lad dropping more tires. Not a very great line, but Josh sticking with him. Oh me, oh my.
Well, was interesting run, but hey, I mean, he made it through the line. He didn't spin out. He didn't complete. You know, he finished the run out. He did good.
Yeah. Like you said, just want to see some complete runs.
Yeah. But now we wait for the judges to make a call. Will it be Josh in the C7, or is it going to be Good Lad in the Aston? All in the judges' hands now.
Specifically in Jamie's hands.
Yes. Lucifer's hands.
Lucifer's hands.
All right, there you go. Josh gets the win over Good Lad, doing a celebratory burnout. So Josh will move on to round 2, the top 16, and Good Lad will be eliminated. We got up next Denzi against My Kalo. I really hope I'm saying his name right. Denzi in the S15, My Kalo in the 15. My Kalo?
I think it's Kylo? I have to get with him on that.
Not quite sure. If you're watching or you know down below, give us a pronunciation tutorial for for his name. Here we go.
No. Both drivers initiate. Denzi losing a little bit of angle, really a lot of speed, but he's gonna over rotate. And both drivers gonna shut it down.
Work their way back to the start line. Denzi just being a little too aggressive. Sending it a little too hard.
Looking like he's trying to take a really old Atlanta layout. Where you enter into that horseshoe on that first right side. It's over rotating the car a little too much, lost a lot of angle. Car just gripped up and went. Both drivers back up to the line. Lucifer a little bit back up, merging in with that light again, but they're getting ready to get these two off for their second run of this battle. My Kalo in the S14 in the lead. Denzi going to be giving chase in that red and purple S15, and they are off. My Kalo getting out to a heavy lead here down the hill. Really good initiation. Denzi is going to have to close up that proximity and all the way out to those outside zones. Beautiful line. Denzi having to cut a little bit of those zones to gain that proximity, trying to make his way there. My Kalo just continuing to pull away.
What an incredible lead there from My Kalo.
Definitely. That is what you want to see. A lot of speed, a lot of angle. Perfect line.
Very, very fast up the run up too. There you have it. My Kalo getting the win in the S14. Eliminating Denzi. Up next we have free trial against Murph Terps. They will be coming to the line. I wonder if Murph Terps is going to be rocking the A80 today. Or the Aston. Terps ended.
Got money on the A80. Yeah. Got kicked out of the server again, so you're gonna need to run this one.
Righty. Right, free trial and Murph Terps to the line. Free trial in the Aston Martin. Murph Terps in the A80. Just waiting for the light to go green. It goes green and they are off. Free trial giving lead to Murph Terps. Free trial initiating. Not a lot of angle. Long hair handbrake longer than he should have. Murph Terps trying to do what he can to avoid from incompleting, but also hitting pre-trial. Both drivers falling back in line here for the most part. Murph Terps trying to remain as close as he can to give him a little bump there. But free trial keeping it together, not over-rotating, and both drivers make it to the line for what we could call a questionable run. But made it to the line nonetheless.
A lot happening.
Right, drivers are getting flipped around. We got Murph in the lead this time and free trial in the chase. Light goes green and they are off. Murph giving a little bit of a gap on free trial. Free trial definitely going to put in a lot of work here to catch back up to Murph Terps. Oh, free trial with a looked like a huge straight, and Murph Terps with a really good initiation, going right off to the edge of those rumbles. Ooh, dipping a tire off track there. Murph Terps holding together, a little wide to the inside clip there. Free trial straight in again. And Murph Terps keeping it together, putting down a pretty solid lead run here. Putting the car, for the most part, right where he needs to, with a great finish across the line from Murph Terps in that JZ 180. Or A80, I'm sorry.
Not too
Right,
bad.
Drivers work their way back up to the judge. We wait to see what they have to call for our final battle before top 6. Will it be Murph? Will it be free?
Definitely seen Aston Martin over rotate on initiation twice now. That being the second time. But hate to see it, especially with drivers who put in as much practice as I know they probably have.
Yeah, some drivers put in a lot more practice than others, and you know, others just come in here cold and they're confident in the cars, confident in the tracks, and dang it.
Yep. I wish I had the ability to do that sometimes.
Oh, we go
Oh.
OMT. Okay, all right. Well, these drivers will work their way back to the line.
That's interesting. I know definitely like Murph Terps in his lead had a huge slowdown, which caused free trials second straighten, but
Murph also gave free trial a pretty good bump
Yeah.
on the second to last transition before the finish in his chase. So that could have also came into play too. But nonetheless, we get an OMT battle for the final battle of the top 32. Well, in this case, top 25. But here we go. Free trial initiates. Murph Terps mimicking his initiation pretty good. Sticking right there with him. You don't want to be too close on this track because you never know how the lead car runs it exactly. Everybody runs this track differently for the most part. But Murph Terps sucking back up to him tight here now across the line at the end. Like I said, just allowed a little bit of room there during the course of the track because of the braking zone. Not everybody hits it in the same exact spot, so you don't want to be too close and then completely take yourself out of the competition, but you also want to maintain just enough proximity to, you know, still impress the judges. Tricky on this track. All right, here we go. Drivers are flipped around. Murph in the lead this time. Free trial to chase. Murph gapping free trial again off the start. And Murph with a hard flick initiation into that first nose clip there. Going a little bit wide. Free trial just sticking pretty close to him. Free trial sacrifices a little bit of line and angle to keep the proximity with Murph. But Murph putting on a really solid lead run here. Putting his car exactly where he needs to. A little wide in that last inner clip there, but overall really good. Great lead run there from Murph Terps. Not too bad of a chase either from.
absolutely not. Drivers giving judges a little bit something more to judge.
That's right.
Good.
Not making their job really any easier, I would say. I mean, they were both pretty good. I think Murph's chase was a little bit better than free trial's chase. I think Murph also had a slightly better lead as well, but we'll have to see what the judges say. Maybe they see something we don't. But yeah, just off watching it live, I definitely think Murph had a slightly better chase and better lead. But both Both really good at the end of the day. Are you all set again? Or
Yep, I'm all good.
all right,
Okay.
just in time, because we just got our decision, and Murph Terps took that win in the last battle of the top 25. And that is going to finish out our bracket for top 16. We have Bread, who had a bye against C Note, Taryn against Mark Slides, Mazzer, who had a bye against Ruiz, got Rambo, who also had a bye against Smeech, Similac also had a bye against Stoner Monk, got Demoda, and Josh Oxley bye run. Dell also with a bye run against My Kalo. Time flies, the last bye of Murph. That is our top 16. Drivers should be making their way in here any moment now. Group A. Group A is going to be battle. So Ruiz, Rambo, and Smeech will be joining into the server to start our top 16.
All right. Wish my computer would stop crashing my game.
Yeah, I'm having some weird like Terran stuff going on. I'm not sure what exactly is happening. I think it's I don't really know. I don't know. All I know is it's only happened on this track so far. So fingers crossed by the time we get to the end of the competition today that everything works out. And my apologies for the slight screen tearing that's going on. I got to not quite sure. I'm hoping it's just, but drivers are making their way in here now. Aaron in here. Kalo in. Oh, my Kalo is actually not supposed to be here. He is in the next group. So he might need to leave the server. Let them quick. All right. Cool. My Kalo has left the server now, so that allows another space for one of the drivers entering the server. You host a competition. It's kind of hard to assign enough cars for everybody, so every car does count at the end of the day. Drivers are getting their couple laps of practice in before we start the top 16. Like I said before, our first battle will be Bread against C-Note. Both really good drivers. That's going to be a really good battle. If nothing goes wrong, that is. But both drivers amazing, so should make for an interesting run. Practice run there from Ruiz and C-Note. Pretty good run there. Guys get some raw footage and audio of the cars on the track. C-Note coming back to the line to allow Ray to get a chase on him. But these are just practice runs, like I said.
Alright, we're ready to send them.
All right, we are ready to go as well. Brad just joined into the server, and he is the last one in the group, so we are sending them. Brad and Cino making their way to the line. Everything good, Vroom? Ready to go?
Yep.
Alright.
Hopefully.
Brad in his Genesis. Very loud car. Cino in the 370. Ready for the top 16. 2 hits.
They are off. Brad in that Genesis. Loud as always. Both drivers initiate. Good angle from Brad. C-Note not too far away. Throwing it right on his door around the horseshoe. Brad, really good line coming around these final 2 turns. Too bad by either driver.
No, both drivers were very, very, very good and clean. I'd pretty much put the car ideally where you need to put it.
All right, we flip-flopping around. Getting ready to go for this second run here. Huge angle from C-Note. Red switching around there. They make their way around his first inside flip. They make their way back down the hill. Across the line.
I will say that second to last transition from Brad, he was bumper to bumper with C-Note.
Red sending her a little bit too hard past Lucifer.
Giving him a little bump. Right. It's all up to the judges now. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Brad or is it going to be C-Note? Brad was a little bit laggy, a little twitchy laggy on the last run. But didn't seem like any contact was made, which is good. It seemed like he kept pretty close proximity, you know, even with the lag. So good on him for that. That's not easy to do. But overall, I mean, 2 solid runs. You know, I mean, nothing really wrong with either one, you know, but you know, could have also been a little bit better.
Oh yeah, definitely a little bit of areas for improvement. I think we'll possibly see 2 amazingly perfect battles back to back.
Oh no, I mean, you get them every now and then, but yeah, I mean, perfect lines back to back usually never really ever happens.
Oh yeah.
But judges definitely had their work cut out for them with that one. You know, it's definitely not an easy one to call when both drivers are really good. I'd rather judge 2 drivers that are just getting into sim drifting than judge 2 guys that are just on their level.
Yeah.
Genesis is just lobing over, just trying to start. Well, it's got that big drag cam in it, so. Man, they're taking their time with this one.
2 really good runs.
Yeah.
Obviously not perfect by any means, but very you can sit down and study it.
Should be some. There should be quite a few really good battles in the top 16 here. Looking at the bracket now, and it seems, with the names on the list at least, there should be some good ones. I'm excited for the Rambo and Smeech battle.
Yeah. That one should be.
Also excited for the Murph and Time Flies and the Zell and My Kalo battle.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a lot of good battles coming up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Judges are really taking their time on this one, though. You can hear the drivers; they're sounds like they're getting a little bit impatient, waiting for the call to come through. But it's not easy, you know. If you've never judged before, it's not easy because you want to make sure. Like, you might have an answer right when the battle's done, but then rewatch it a few times, then you become unsure, and you just want to make sure that you're giving the call to the right guy. So, you know, I've been there. I've done it. I know what it's like. And they're going OMT. So here we go.
Right.
That's exactly, I guarantee you they watched it too many times, you know, couldn't come to a conclusion and was like, you know what? Taking too long, can't come to a conclusion. Just gonna begin till we get a clear winner, and that's it.
Yep. That's all she wrote. But both
Sometimes
drivers.
that's the better thing to do is just send them again to, you know, hoping one of them makes a mistake or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Both drivers are off for this one more time battle. Both drivers initiate. Tino falling a little bit behind. The bread was full throttle, pulling away. It's Cino closing back up. On the third inside clip as they work their way back down the hill. Too bad, not too shabby. They flip them around, get them lined back up. Flag turns green and off they go. Oh, huge hit from Bread, knocking Cino onto 2 tires, but they keep going.
Almost flips Cino over.
Right on his door through the horseshoe as they work their way down the hill. And right on his door across the line. Nice. That was massive contact
I wonder
there.
if C-Note was slowing down for too long. You know, like he extended the decel zone a little bit too far, and that's what caused the contact from Bread. But you know, could have been Bread just being a little bit too aggressive, wanting to be right on his door. You know, driver. He's a very good driver. You know, so he could have just been trying to be right there, but also at the same time, C-Note slowing down. So at least that's what it looked like to me on the first watch. You know.
Yeah.
But I think the judges definitely need to look to see if C-Note might have been slowing where he shouldn't have been, you know, later than the actual decel zone is. But yeah, gonna be an interesting call to make to see who was at fault for the contact, because that's really all it's gonna come down to at the end of the day. You know, the first run was really good, second run was good besides the contact, so that's all it's gonna come down to.
Definitely. Especially when you have 2 great drivers like this, 2 great battles, you know, usually it all just comes down to whose fault is it, you know, when you have contact in just a single run like that.
Wait for Jamie to give us the signal here. Drivers, I'm sure, are waiting anxiously to see who was at fault.
Yeah.
I actually think that these 2 drivers might even be on the same team, a drift team, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but I think they might be.
Possible. No, I can't remember.
There we have it. Bread gets the win, so that's what it had to be. You know, C-Note was he was slowing down past the decel zone, which ultimately is what caused the contact. Bread was back on power where he should have been, and C-Note wasn't. from what the judges seen at least. But up next we got Taryn against Mark Slides. Taryn in the RX-7, Mark Slides in the Aston. Got a really fast, snappy car against big boy.
They are off. Away we go. Really good initiation from Taryn. Mark Slides not too far off. Mark Slides cutting a lot of that inside clip there, got 2 tires off, but they keep her going. A little bit of tap there across the line.
Really good run. I'm actually really surprised Mark was able to maintain as much proximity as he was. The RX-7 is really quick around this track, so we'll see how these drivers do in the next run. Really good first run.
Flag turns green. Mark in the lead. Taryn giving chase on the RX-7. Huge initiation there from Mark. Taryn not too far behind as they work their way up the hill. Taryn right on his door around that inside clip. Sitting right there in that pocket. Falls back a little bit.
Both drivers finishing out their runs.
Aaron's still a little laggy boy twitching around everywhere. And when the drone camera was locked onto him, that he was skipping. Overall though, both those runs were really good. Drivers were really close on transitions and, you know, maintained good proximity throughout most of the run. It was a really good battle, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely not too shabby by either driver. That was a really good battle.
Judges, I'm sure, are going to take a good minute on this call as well. You know, like, I don't want to give a bad call, so definitely going to take their time with this one, especially with how close those battles were. While we wait for them, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors, our partner, PDS. Well, Taryn got the win, so he'll move on to the grade 8. Mark Slides will be eliminated. But shout out to PDS, our partner. They have finished their street pack. It's been released now for a little while, and very soon, hopefully, they should be doing competitions if all goes well, in their own in their Discord, which is linked to our Discord, and they will be doing competitions on our off weeks. Like I said, hopefully, if everything goes, that's the plan. So make sure you over there as well, and there too.
Oh, really good group of guys over there.
Yeah, and Major, both really great guys. Great to be around, hang out with. Good for the Seto community overall with everything. Tracks, cars, everything. Hosting a community, you know, awesome.
As we have this battle underway, Damian Mazzer in that 180, Ruiz in that E36, really far behind. Mazzer really gapping him off the line. Ruiz trying to close that proximity, cutting those outside zones, but getting closer by the second. Just won't be enough to get right on his door, but really good lead run there from Mazzer.
Pretty decent. Seemed really fast. I just don't think that he held much angle throughout the track, you know, not as much as most drivers. So. Quicker.
Both drivers back up to the line. They wait for that green light to go. Countdown. As they are off. Drivers initiate. Huge angle there from Mazzer. Right there through transition. Over rotates though. Ruiz continuing his run. Golden across the line.
Does the Damian Mazzer head back to pits?
Well, that definitely makes the judge's job a lot easier.
Right.
There you go.
There you have it. Ruiz is going to get the win over Damian Mazzer. Up next, we got Rambo against Smeech, which very well could be the battle of the day, depending on how it goes. I know how both these drivers drive. They're both phenomenal drivers. We shall see what comes of it. Don't want.
I'm not going to say anything.
Take back everything I just said. Oh, Rambo. And
Rambo in the E36, yeah.
about the same thing.
New one. Yeah.
Each
Usually in the
S15.
RX-7. Yeah, Rambo usually in the RX-7, but switching it up in that E36. Both drivers initiate. A little bit of a tap there from Smeech as he goes wide. Rambo continuing his line. Really good outside zones, getting out to both of them, filling them perfectly. Smeech closed up that proximity. Not quite on his door, but he's around. Too shabby. Smeech just sending her in a little too hard there. Really far out from that first inside clip. Both drivers back up to the line. And away they go. Rambo initiating almost on his door, followed back a little bit. They work their way up the hill. Rambo right there. Smeech, a lot of rotation there, holds on to it though. Rambo right on his door as they come across the line.
Wow. That was a pretty aggressive chase there from Rambo.
You love to see it though.
Drivers line up. Oh, oh. Line up to see who the winner is going to be. Is it going to be Smeech or is it going to be Rambo? Gotta say, Rambo definitely looked pretty good in the E36.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he may need to switch over permanently.
Maybe. Definitely looked a little smoother in the E36 than he usually.
RX-7, a very unique car. Not many people use it.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Personally, I love the RX-7. Definitely requires certain driving style.
Yeah, definitely not my type of car, but
There we have it. Rambo gets the win over Smeech. Rambo will move on to the Gray 8 and his very first battle of the day, actually having a bye last. Up next, we're gonna up next we're gonna have Group B come in, which is Similac, Stoner Monk, Demoda, Josh Oxley, Cell, My Kalo, Time Flies, and Murph Terps. Or seemingly what should shape up to be good battles coming for the final group. Move on to the Grade 8 and close out the top 16.
All right. I will be right back. That's
Drivers are
room
gonna
service.
come in, get some practice, give some footage of the drivers practicing for you guys. We'll be talking, giving you raw footage. Drivers should be concluding their practice here soon, just as soon as all the drivers make their way into the server. I don't know why I couldn't get their way. Anyway, but as soon as all the drivers join in, the practice will come to a conclusion, and we will get our first battle of Group B underway. You close out top 16. Waiting on a couple more people to join. Right. Be too much longer now before they get started. Our first battle is going to be Similac against Stoner Monk. And,
We're just waiting
their
for
practice is over. I think we're waiting on one more driver to join the server. That'll do it for practice.
I think we're just waiting on time to get near.
Yeah, we got Similac and we got Stoner Monk are at the line. Oh, guess they're gonna get a practice run in with each other before they actually go into their battle.
Like I said, I think we are just waiting on time to get into the server. You got checksums when you try to get in here. I think these have a little bit of an issue.
Maybe he needs to... Nobody needs to. Why, or why would he?
Maybe if he has the update for the semaphore.
Alright, well, we got our first battle of the second group in here of top 16. Got Similac and Stoner Monk going against each other. Similac in the S15, Stoner Monk still in the E36. Similac initiating. Stoner Monk needs to get some of that proximity back. Similac putting down a really good lead run here in the S15. Stoner Monk now back up on his door. Bumper to bumper on that transition. Keeping it pretty tight here. Could have definitely been a little bit tighter, but overall, really good lead from Similac. Really solid chase from Stoner Monk.
Too bad. Sorry I wasn't able to commentate over that one. I didn't know where I had him going.
Oh, no worries. Got it from here, man.
All right. Hope we pull him back up to the line. Light goes green, and they are off. Similac initiating earlier than Stoner. They're right on his door for the first inside clip. Working their way up the hill. Similac right there on his door. As they work their way down the hill now. Bumper to bumper on transition.
What a
Man, oh man.
What a great run. Amazing run. Both those runs were really, really, really solid.
It's all in the judge's hands from here.
I think Similac's chase was slightly better than Stoner Monk's. But they both had really, really solid leads. But Similac was just slightly, just maintained that proximity longer at the track.
Definitely.
But we shall see what the judges say. We'll wait on them to get back with a call for us. Chat, who do you guys think it's going to be? Is it going to be Similac or is it going to be Stoner Monk? Who's going to win the battle, or who's going to win the competition today, actually? Put that down below.
Oh.
Waiting patiently. Oh, there must have been some stuff that we didn't see.
Possibly.
I mean, Stoner did have a couple of really good transitions on Similac too, though, where he was bumper to bumper with Similac, so... I wouldn't, oh, there we go, we have a winner, and it goes to Similac. I was just getting ready to say too, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see an OMT between these two drivers.
Yeah.
Up next we got Demoda, our favorite guy from Portugal himself, and we got Josh Oxley. Coming up next, we got Mr. E36 and Mr. C7 making their way to the line. I think that's awesome that, like, I already know what car these guys are in before they even come to the line.
Yeah. Well, Demoda, I don't think he will ever get out of that E36 no matter what.
Oh, no, I don't think so. That's his perma car.
It could probably lower the whole horsepower by 200 and he'd still drive it.
Oh, probably. He'd find a way to make it work.
In and out that door. So they wait for the light to turn green here. Time finally able to get into the server. Let's go for him. And the light turns green and they are off for this top 16 battle. Demoda initiates. Huge angle from both drivers. Josh not too far away, over angles, over rotates. And that is gonna kill his run right there. Man, you hate to see it. Demoda carrying on through, no mistakes. There you go.
Very solid lead run there from Demoda.
No, Demoda definitely wants this win for sure. He's had a huge streak of bad luck recently. I think 3 top 32 exits in a row. He really wants a good result here as we send them off for their second run. Demoda sitting a little bit further back. I was gonna say probably keeping it safe, but gonna be throwing it right on his door around that second outside zone. Staying right with him. Right on his door across the line.
Wow. Smart chase there from Demoda, sticking a little bit back right where he needs to, putting it up close where he needed to. Really smart chase there from Demoda.
Yeah, definitely love to see that. Definitely has been Demoda's hard spot for sure. Chases have always been, I'm gonna be right on your door no matter what. A huge reason for a lot of those top 32s, but love to see him changing up his driving style for the better.
There it is, Demoda gets the win. Demoda's gonna move on to the Great 8. Josh Oxley, our winner of last competition, will be eliminated. Let's see if Demoda can get this win since he took out the last victor. But up next we got Zell against My Kalo. Zell, somebody who hasn't competed in a while, returning to ADL. I've driven with this guy quite a bit. He's a solid driver, so I'm very excited to see how he drives our cars and you know, what he can pull together. And if he's in the 180, then I picked his car for him today. So
you always love to see people drivers taking that risk.
Oh, I don't even see him in the server actually.
Oof.
So maybe that means that My Kalo is going to get automatic victory.
Maybe. I'd hate to see that happen. I was really excited to see Zell compete, but
seems as though that is what's happening. It looks like My Kalo is getting a buy run. I'm just gonna go ahead and send him. Be my guess.
I mean, Zell is he's in the chat. He's just deafened.
Oh.
Nobody can get out to him.
Well, maybe we can go on the Time Flies a Murph Terps battle and allow Zell to get back in here in time to make it. But unfortunately, if he's not in here before, you know, the end of the next run, that's it.
I think that's what we're possibly doing.
Yeah, yep, so Murph Terps is coming to the line now. So Murph Terps and Time Flies are gonna do their battle. And if Zell is not in here before then, it's gonna go as an automatic victory to My Kalo.
A lot of people cheering on Demoda after that last battle.
Oh, I mean, as they should. You know, I think he is long overdue for a win here at ADL.
Oh, absolutely. One of ADL's finest. You know, just had a long streak of bad luck, but he's finally got it going now. But Murph Terps in that A80 time in that C7. Huge initiation there from Time. Murph Terps not too far away, closing up that proximity. Throwing it right on his door, baby, yes! A little bit of a bump there, but they keep her going. Right on there, big tap! Across the line.
That are the kind of battles right there that we love to see. Very aggressive, getting right up on somebody's door, giving them little taps. Let them know you're there, putting the pressure on them. I'm giving Murph a little tap there.
Giving him a little gesture.
That's how you know that Ty could feel Murph giving him those bumps.
Oh yeah. They are off for this second run of this battle. What might very well be the last battle, top 16. Murph, a little all over the place, but time right there with him. Sticking right with him. Murph over-rotates!
Oh, no!
Man, you hate to see it.
No!
So close.
Oh, it was such a good battle until that happened. And it's so easy to do in that Supra. Just to be putting down a great run and then bam, you just loop it.
So good.
You gotta really be on all your senses driving that Supra.
Yeah.
Murph is gonna make his way over here. Nope, that's gonna do it. Ty is gonna get the victory. I'm assuming for last battle. My Kalo is gonna get the automatic victory over Zell. Unless Zell has joined into the server, which I don't think that he has.
I don't see him.
So I think we're just gonna have to give a buy run to My Kalo and gonna have to do it for that battle.
Time burning down those tires. There's something about the C7s. People who drive the C7s just love burning the tires as long as they can.
Right. My Kalo coming to the line to do his buy run, take his victory over Zell.
Yeah. Super unfortunate. You know, I hate to see drivers not being able to show up under any circumstance. But My Kalo breathing, most likely breath of relief, getting a free ticket up to the top 8. Really good run for his buy run. I believe this is his first event in ADL. Would I be wrong there?
Nope. You'd be right.
Oh god, he's pulling a time right now. Oh god, there's more of them.
All right, well there you go. That's gonna do it for top 16. We're gonna move on to the Gray 8 now. So we're gonna take a short commercial break. Allow these drivers to all come into the server. Get a couple of laps of practice in since it is the grade 8, and then when we rejoin, we will get the grade 8 underway and go all the way out to the end of the competition. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Leave a comment down below, like I said before, of who you think the winner is, and make sure to leave a like and comment anything else that you like. Maybe you want to see a track that you get. Anyway, we'll be right back. Thank you guys. Welcome back to the competition, guys. We are in the grade 8 now. We are going to be going all the way to the end of the competition now with no breaks. We are about to get them underway. Our first battle of the grade 8 is going to be Bread against Taryn. Bread in the Genesis against Taryn. I believe he's in the RX-7.
Yes. He is our lone RX-7 driver, as well as Bread being our lone Genesis driver. They are off. Bread leading. Taryn getting chased in the RX-7. Both drivers initiate. Huge angle from Bread. Taryn, a little bit of a check up there. Column behind. Looking up to close up that proximity. Right there. Work their way down the hill, bumper to bumper transition. Really good run by both drivers. Not a bad chase.
Yeah, solid overall. No complaints at all.
Pull both drivers back up to the line. The Genesis still somehow running on Falcon tires. Drivers initiate. Bread right there on Taryn. Air drops a tire on the outside zone. Bread right there, giving him a little tap on his door. Working their way back down the hill. Bread right there with them. Across the line. You think Bread will ever actually stop?
I don't know. What to see by the end of the competition. If he makes it through this round, we'll have to see.
Well, let's see.
I just don't think that he's used to it. That's all that it is. All right, so who's going to be the winner? Is it going to be Brad in the Genesis, or is it going to be Taryn in the RX-7? I believe both of them are lone drivers. I don't think anybody else is in the Genesis or anybody else is in the RX-7, so whoever goes on will be the only one of the rest of the comp, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of solo drivers. We got Similac, who's in the S15. My Kalo is in the S14 and time that's in the C7. We've got 2, maybe 3 36 drivers.
Yeah. 3.
Oh yeah. Ruiz, Rambo.
Yeah, and there you go. Brett gets the win. Brett's gonna move on to the final 4. He's gonna take the victory over Taryn. Up next, we're gonna have Ruiz in the E36 against Rambo in the E36.
Rambo in that Atlanta Speedworks E36. Ruiz. The red and white leading. Both drivers initiate. Rambo a little bit deeper into initiation, but right there with him. Give him a little bit of a tap. Rambo heavy on the left foot brakes there. Ruiz, a little bit of a choke up there, but they keep it going. Rambo right there with him. And you, I hate a setup.
Did it crash again?
Yes.
All right.
Glad it did it now and not in the top 4.
All right. Well, drivers are getting flipped around. We got Rambo in the lead this time against Ruiz in the chase. Both drivers in the E36. That these drivers can do as the light goes green. Drivers are off, coming down the run up. Rambo with a big initiation, lots of angle. Ruiz right there, cutting a little bit of line and track though to keep with him. Rambo putting down a really solid lead run here. Oh, Ray with a what looked like a straight in there for just a split second, maybe at least a reinitiation. But Rambo keeping a steady, solid, smooth lead run here ahead of Ruiz in the chase. Whoa, sorry for that. All right, as the drivers get lined up to see who the winner will be, is it going to be Rambo or is it going to be Ray? Rambo in the ADL or ATL Speedworks. See?
All right. Back in the server.
Who's going to be? Who's going to move on to the final 4?
Ooh.
Up next, we're going to have Similac against Demoda. All right, there you have it. Rambo is the winner of that battle. He will move on to the final 4. All right, well, up next, we're going to have Similac against Demoda. Then we're going to have My Kalo against Time Flies.
Oof.
Drivers make their way to the... Now, Vroom, are you good, man?
I am.
You ready
perfect.
to go? Right.
Hopefully. My computer could agree with me.
Oh, My Kalo is making his way to the line. I think his battle's next. I don't think it's right now. Oh, maybe there's something wrong with Similac and Demoda. All right, we're going to do My Kalo and Time Flies' battle first, I guess.
All right.
All right, My Kalo in the S14, Time Flies in the C7.
And light goes green as they are off. Right there with them. As they initiate, both drivers, good initiation. Time right there with My Kalo. Targeting right out to those outside zones. Time not giving a single inch. Right there with him across the line. Not quite on his door, but he was with him. Pull back up to the line. And they're off for their second run here. My Kalo right there on time store. Through initiation. Still right there with him. Not breaking away at all through that horseshoe. Huge angle from time. Right there across the line. Woo! What a run.
That was pretty exciting. That was a really good chase from My Kalo. Wow.
Almost very similar runs.
Yes,
I can.
they're both really good drivers, so I definitely would not be surprised to see this go OMP. I mean, there were little things here and there, but overall, they were both really solid runs. All right, so yeah, that must have been what it was Demoda wasn't able to join into the server.
Because of all the E36s.
Oh, that makes sense. Does make
Yeah. Wasn't any available. But he is here, he is back. As we wait for the decision. This battle. I could very well see this going one more time. This, I don't think there's...
absolutely, I could as well.
The only differentiator I could see is My Kalo was a little bit closer in his chase. Yep,
Oh,
and they give it to
there
My
we
Kalo.
go. My Kalo gets the win. He will move on over the time. And hopefully, up next, we're going to have Similac against Demoda if everything is situated with them two. Looks
Demoda
like
making his way.
Demoda is making his way to the line, so we should be good.
All right.
Similac in the S15, Demoda in the E36.
Final battle of the top 8. As we look to finalize our final 4. So like in that green S15, Demoda in the E36. Both drivers initiate. Demoda a little bit further back, but bumper to bumper through transition. He's right there with him. Little bit of a tap there, sends Similac off. Didn't look like that heavy of a tap, but could have easily been a lot harder. Anything?
It's definitely something the judges have to go back and review and see exactly what happened, but yeah, I mean, he could have been under braking or something.
True.
Enhanced it.
And they are off. Demoda in the lead now, so like giving chase. Both drivers initiate. Huge angle from Demoda. So like trying to close that proximity up the hill. Falling back just a little bit, giving them some space, but right there with them through that inside clip. So like bumper to bumper through transition. And right there with them across the line. Many battles before. I think it's going to come down to what was the final decision on that contact?
Yeah, that's all it's gonna come down to really at the end of the day.
Yeah. Both really good drivers, both very deserving to continue on.
Oh, absolutely.
Interesting to see who ends up getting to go on. know we got a lot of Demoda fans in the chat tonight.
There you have it. Similac gets the win over Demoda. Demoda known for being the aggressor. So
Yeah.
there we have it. All right. Well, we got our final four. We got Brett against Rambo. We got Similac against My Kalo. And we're going to have a battle for third before the finals. Who's it going to be?
We will see.
Rambo in that ATL Speedworks E36.
I'm hoping this is a good battle.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm just hoping that this is a good battle.
Brett in that ADL dual suspensions Genesis. Ready for the first battle of the final four. Both drivers initiate. Rambo right there with him. Around the horseshoe here. Brett, really good line, but Rambo sucking up right to his door across the line. A little bit of a bump there. Might as well. Rambo parking it on the straightaway there. Gets it back up and going. As we will pull both drivers back up to the line, flip-flop them around, and get ready to send them again. The second run of their battle. They are off.
Oh, Brett was super close to bumping in.
Almost got a little too much contact there, but they skate by it. Rambo holding a really good line. Genesis right there with him. Brett not giving him a single inch. Giving little taps across those inside clips, bumper to bumper on transition. Right there with him.
Wow. Man, what a battle. What a battle between these two drivers. Incredible. Judges definitely have their work cut out for them. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out our sponsors again. Like I said, PDS, they just released their car pack not too long ago. They should be running a series here soon on our off weeks. Like you guys all know, we do them every 2 weeks. When we're not doing them, they plan on doing them. So make sure to join their Discord, get their car pack and their track, and look out for events coming from them soon. And then our sponsors, ATDT, Asphalt Tattoo Surf Team, Team Kumidori, Team BDB, and ATDT. Well, I already said them. I'm sorry. My bad. I said them twice. And Atlanta Speedworks. Yeah, huge shout out to all of our sponsors. And there we have it. We have an OMT. All right, so these drivers are going to get lined back up. Brad against Rambo. Brad will be leading again. Rambo will be chasing again in the first battle. Oh, we shall see what they're gonna pull together for their OMT battle. Both runs were so good before. I don't know what they're gonna do now to take a victory. Gonna have to come down to any tiny little mistake made by either one of these drivers. The Genesis is just—it's such a weapon.
Yeah. They are off. Rambo giving chase in that DP Racing Atlanta Speedworks E36. Rambo right with him through transition. Surging up to his door on the outside too. Looking very similar to how it went her last run. Bumper to bumper transition. Bumping him across the line.
Man. God, you gotta love it.
Just forcing him across the line. Not even a bump. Full on shoving him. Hey,
All right, let's see what Brett can do. He's definitely got to get a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 chase run here.
Yep. Green light flashes and they are off. Genesis running on Falcon tires. Both drivers initiate. Red a little bit further back than probably he would want to be. Trying to suck up to Rambo's door. Really shallow through outside two. Trying to stay at angle, trying to stay on power. Right there on his door. Across those inside clips. And man, oh man.
Wow. What a chase. And lead. Really good lead, too.
Really, just a good battle all around. Two great drivers,
Oh,
two
absolutely.
great cars.
I mean, it's gonna, like I said before, it's gonna come down to any tiny little mistake made that either one of these drivers might have made to have a winner.
All I know is that the big thing that stood out to me was Fred was just, he went out wide, threw it on the first inside clip, and then just was really shallow through outside too. That's the only thing I feel like that was a big differentiator between either two runs.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the judges have to say about it. All, you know, it's all in their hands now, so we'll see what they have to say. All right, well, while we're here, while we're waiting, we'll might as well shout out ACRS too. If you like grip racing, then head over to ACRS, where we do grip racing as well. We do time attack stuff. You know, we plan on hosting a series sometime. You know, it just depends on what happens. But yeah, if you like grip racing, then head over there, check it out. Lots of fun and lots of good mods and stuff like that over there for you to pick up if you for that type of stuff. And are we possibly going to see another OMT here in the Final Four?
I would be so down.
I mean,
For another
I
OMT.
would be too. I mean, I would definitely not complain about that. Oh, Jamie left. What's going on?
Oh, they're gonna go back to the replay.
They're gonna have,
That's what
yeah,
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
do.
go watch the replay, and I guess they're gonna let me know who the winner is. I guess we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way, it seems.
Getting serious.
All right. Well, that just shows how good these drivers are. You know, that we need to go back in the replay and watch their runs and see exactly what mistakes were made, and figure out who was doing things that we weren't, you know, we were told they couldn't do in the driving room. So Genesis is deafening, so loud. Both these cars very good looking. I wonder what is. Again, a message.
I don't know.
Alright, boys, just so you guys know, we need to put the replay real quick to see if there was a tire drop. Just want to let you guys know. So,
Okay, tell Jamie just to message me on Discord in the judging.
okay.
All right, well, there you go. There you have it. They had to go watch the replay, so we're gonna wait for the decision to come back. They're gonna let me know, and then they're gonna go let the drivers know who the winner is. Could honestly go either way, to be completely honest. Maybe there was something that they seen in the live feed that they just had to go back and see exactly what it was that happened. So, you know, we could have a winner soon, or we could have another OMT soon. It all
Could be.
depends. It all depends on that replay. I'm guessing. So
We will just have to wait and see.
Exactly right.
How's your day going, Shift? Since we're here.
Well, my day went pretty good. I have no complaints, honestly. How about you?
Too bad either.
I always look forward to comp days, especially since I haven't been on the past couple of days. So I was eager to get on this morning and just be on for anything that needed to happen or any questions or anything like that before the competition started today. So, yeah, I was looking forward to it all day and for the past couple of days too. So,
Always look forward to comp days.
oh yeah, I love watching competitions. To me, it's so much better than driving in them, because when you drive in them, like, yeah, I like to compete and everything. I like to drive with people, but if I had to pick between running in a competition for 3 hours or just driving with my friends getting doors for 3 hours, I think I'm gonna just drive with my friends and get doors, because I'll get more runs in. There's not so much like waiting time, but at the same time, like, you want to see how you fare against other people too. So I get it. Like, I don't know. I just enjoy hosting them and watching them, and sometimes judging them more than actually driving in them. I always look forward to it.
Definitely.
Man, well, the judges are definitely taking a good while on this call. I feel sorry for the drivers, but hey, it is the final four, so they want to make sure that they definitely get the right call made. I can see that they're still live streaming in the judges' channel, so still going over some stuff. But yeah, it's all it's going to come down to is little minor things that they did to pick a winner. So well, if you're watching this on YouTube and you don't have these cars or you're not part of ADL, then there should be a link in the description that will take you to our Discord if you don't have one of those, and sign up for it. And you have a sim racing wheel, and you can try out our Street Pack and our Pro Pack. You can compete with us. We'll help you, if you're new, we'll help you get in, learn, get into it, and help you along the way. And it's awesome. It's so awesome watching people come here brand new, grow into something big, and then move on to bigger things. I don't know, it's cool. Just watching people evolve in this game is really awesome to see. Whoops, this is the camera here a little bit.
For example, Riley, I know he just earned himself a VDC license.
Yeah, in less than a year. I mean, he's like, I was just telling him that he's like one of them inspirational stories for like a brand new sim drifter type of thing. Like I play golf in real life, so like whenever I introduce somebody into golf, they make fun of me at first, and then when they start playing it, they're like, man, this is awesome. And they get super addicted to it. I don't know. Like,
I don't know, I'm still making fun of you for playing golf, but it's cool.
Nah, golf is relaxing. I try it. All right, well, the judges just got back with me, and the winner of that battle is going to be Rambo. So Rambo will move on to the finals. Brad will move on to the battle for third against the one who is eliminated. Battle. Well, not eliminated, but eliminated for making first or second.
Yeah, that loses. Just this.
Yeah,
loses.
I hate to say that.
Yeah,
none of them are. Nobody here is really.
No one really loses. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
except for Jamie.
Except for Jamie.
I'm just joking out level.
I didn't say. All right. Well, up next, we're gonna have Similac against My Kalo. I'm assuming that we're waiting for Jamie to get back in here, get in place before we send them off. But that is gonna be our next battle. Similac and the Hello. so he'll be lined up soon, and we will get these drivers down the road. See, he will move on to the finals, and we'll be battling for. Guy, it looks so funny. Him driving, like him moving
Yeah.
without walking.
Hey, he had to do it to him. Like how he just like wobbles in place sometimes whenever he gets like a bump in the track.
Yeah. Clips of the week.
That's an ESPN top 10 right there.
Yeah, top 10 clips of the week. He's got lined up, so the driver should be coming to the line soon. Like I said, we got Similac against My Kalo. Should be an interesting battle. We shall see.
And huge props to My Kalo for this being his first ADL event and just absolutely coming in and tearing it up.
Oh yeah, he's doing great. Can't wait to see where he finishes today.
Absolutely.
He's already in the final four, so.
Oh yeah. But they are off. Similac initiates. My Kalo not too far away, giving them some space. Closing it up right onto his door. They're outside two. Working their way back down the hill now. Really good line from Similac, but My Kalo right there with him throughout the entire track. Really good chase.
Really good lead, too.
Really good driving.
Yeah, just. Hit there. Left around, ready to go, waiting for the light to go green.
There it is, off they go. My Kalo now in the lead. Similac giving chase. So like a little bit further than My Kalo was. They're trying to close it up here. And there it is, throwing it right there on his door. A little bit of a love tap there. Falling back. He's gonna go.
Oh, and Similac going a little wide right there at the end.
Yeah, you could hear him just throw the pedal down, trying to close up that proximity. Just ended up almost sending her off track. Now it's the waiting game.
Indeed it is. And that's exactly what it will be, is a waiting game. Oh, all right. So who's going to move on for second place or potentially first place? Well, to the finals, I guess I should have said. And who's going to move on to third, battle for third?
Hello.
What's up?
Oh,
Just want to let you know there's a small difficulty in the bracket. The win between Brett and Rambo should have gone to Rambo, not Brett.
Oh. My apologies. Okay. We're good. Sorry. All right, now that we got that fixed, who is going to be the winner of this round? Is it going to be Similac or is it going to be My Kalo?
see. Eventually. I will definitely say that. Oh, there we go. Never mind.
All right, well, there you have it. My Kalo gets the win over Similac. So Similac will battle Bread for third place, and My Kalo will battle Rambo for first place.
Oof.
As we move on to our finals and our third place battle.
What a battle that first place one will be.
Oh, it'd be an interesting. Our third place battle too. We got Similac against Bread, so should be a really interesting battle.
Right. Both drivers pull up to the line. Brett in that Genesis. Similac in the S15. Green light flashes and away they go. Both drivers initiate. Brett, really good line. Similac looking to close up that proximity, trying to get onto his door. Coming around to that inside clip. He's there, but not close. Going around the final turn now. He's right there on his door across the line. He will flip these cars around. Get the second run going to determine who will be our third place finisher. The light flashes green. Drivers are off. Third place battle. Who will take it? Brett a little bit shallow on initiation, but sticking with it. Gonna need to close that proximity. As he does around the inside clip, throwing it right there on his door. A little bit slow, trying to stay within that line. Little bit of a tap there, sends Similac offline. But they both come across the line. As we see Brett actually stop. How about that?
This is true. All right, well, that was a very interesting battle for third place, and there you have it.
Wow.
Similac takes it over Brett.
That was the fastest decision we've seen in the past hour.
Oh, absolutely it was. All right, well, we got Rambo against My Kalo for the battle for first place. Rambo will be leading first. My Kalo, very first competition with us.
Yep.
Has himself a chance at a first place here today. Will it be?
Yeah, the man who stands in his way is one of the most, probably I would say the most winningest drivers that we have here. And Rambo in that E36, but both drivers initiate. Massive angle from Rambo, huge attack from My Kalo. Rambo all over the place, trying to get that car back on track. Somehow finds his way. My Kalo staying back. We're right there with him across the line. And man, what a way to kick off this final battle.
Wow.
Oh!
What are you doing, Rambo?
Rambo!
What was he thinking? Oh, our guy's all the way down track, right in the lead driver's way.
Listen, the light's still there. He's in a good spot. Jamie's gonna have to back that old boy up. Oh my, this is chaos. The first run here.
Oh man.
I don't.
What a battle for first place this is. Oh, and Jamie ends up resetting back to pits.
Man.
Right,
Well,
he's
all right.
making his way back down here. I'm sure he'll be lined back up by the time the drivers get finished with their run. Are we going to send them or wait?
Oh, we're probably just
Looks
gonna
like
end up
we're
waiting.
gonna wait.
God, it's just.
Jamie giving him a little bump.
All right.
All right, here we go. They should be ready. We should be ready to go for our last run of the competition today here at Road Atlanta. God, I love this track.
They are off for the final run here. Who will take first place? Will it be My Kalo or will it be Rambo? Huge contact to initiation again. My Kalo holding on to that car. Rambo not too far away. Really good proximity. A little bit of a tap there, sending My Kalo offline. A little bit of a late transition by both drivers there, but both of them holding on to it. Huge contact from Rambo! No! Oh my!
I wonder what happened there.
What is going on?
This was the craziest battle for first place I think I've ever seen.
Oh my. Rambo doing what he normally does. He usually gives him a huge shove across the line, but this time just backfiring as bad as it could have. My
Kalo making his way back over to the driver model, seeing as this is the last battle of the day.
I'm just
Here
so
he is.
scared
Will
and
it be? Will
confused.
it be My Kalo or will it be Rambo? Who is at fault for all that contact?
Oh my gosh.
Man.
That is some... I don't even know what to call that.
Man.
I've never seen contact that bad, even in top 32 battles. It's just...
Over aggressiveness. Just go for it way too hard, sending it.
It was definitely being sent. That is for sure.
Oh yeah. It was express mail.
Oh man. Some real Frederick Osbo activity.
Alright. What are the judges going to call?
I don't even know what I would call. I know. There's so much going on in such little time.
There was.
It's been both runs.
If they send this one more time, I'm gonna be scared of just the safety of both drivers.
The safety of both drivers.
Not only that, but the safety of both of our judges sitting there in the line.
It was definitely an interesting last battle of the day.
We wait to see who will be tonight's big winner. No! Oh, my Soto crashed at the worst time. You couldn't give me like 5 more minutes.
All right. I wonder what the judges are debating here.
Yeah. What would be going on in their mind in this scenario?
Man, the suspense is building.
Certainly is.
Who is going to be the winner? Before the judges come in, you guys tell us who you guys think it is down below in the chat. Oh, and there you have it. My Kalo gets the win over Rambo today. Rambo just a little too aggressive there in the chase at some points. And there you have it. My Kalo will be the winner of today's competition.
Huge congratulations to that man.
All right. Well, that's going to conclude our battles for today. Congratulations to My Kalo on the victory, Rambo for second place, and Similac getting the third place in today's battles. One last shout out to our sponsors, PDS, Pure Drift Series. They will be, like I said, hosting their own series soon on our off weeks. You guys be sure to get tuned in with them, get their cars, and, you know, look out for that coming in the future. Thank you guys for joining us today. Vroom, do you have anything you want to add to the end of the live stream?
Congratulations to all the drivers for a really great comp. And we will see you next time. And feel free to catch us at Road Atlanta.
That's
A lot of us will be there.
100% right. We will 100% be at Road Atlanta. We will not be hosting the competition that weekend, but we will be at Road Atlanta. A good bit of us. So, yeah. Some of us will be merch. Some of us will be wearing merch. So just shout out to us, whatever you want to do. You know, say what's up. Let us know that you're from the community as well.
If you want me to sign anything for you, I will.
Whatever. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's competition. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and huge congrats to all the drivers. Good job today. I think the competition was a huge win overall. And you know, thank you to everybody that's watching. We hope that you enjoyed it. And our next competition won't be for another month. So look for us hosting another video or live competition a month from now due to FD Road Atlanta. But anyway, thank you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for joining us, and peace.